excited. Yes. Today, the season starts. My boys. Yes. Hopefully it's going to be an amazing year. But I'm here now. I got to do this early, man, because I ain't trying to have no interruptions during my game today. All right. Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And today we're going to get into someone I haven't gotten into, another first timer here on the channel. And we're going to get into some Tom Segura today. All right. Well, man, you know, I've seen some things with Tom Segura in him. This guy, you know, he has like a kind of an awkward look on stage to me. And I don't mean awkward like he sucks or nothing like that. He's a funny ass dude. But it's like he just talks in like just like a normal voice. Like he doesn't even have a persona. It's just him, you know what I'm saying? And it's not bad, like I said, it's funny as hell, but just a unique approach to it, if you ask me. So yeah, we're gonna get into another one from, one from him today. And this one is gonna be titled, Buying Weed Used to Be Insane for Tom Segura. Yeah, man. I think it used to be insane for all of us, if you ask me. I mean, people in my age bracket and younger. You know what I mean? Because there was a time when obviously a lot of different things went down in order to get you some puff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a trippy times, you know what I mean? It used to be like a roller coaster ride in some ways, but yeah, man, overall, we still got ours, man, and we still, you know, puff and then pass, you know what I mean, and have some fun with it. And yeah, man, but I want to see what he's talking about with this one, man, because everyone has their own unique stories, man. I got plenty of them, but I'll save that for another day, you know, somewhere down the line. But yeah, we're going to get into this one, like I said. So, Tom Segura with Buying Weed Used to Be Insane for Tom Segura. And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, yeah, man, you know, usually in the past, in the beginning of this channel, you know, anytime there was a video that referenced weed at all, I'd probably have a little joint on me or something handy, but I ain't trying to get too, you know, high as hell before my game starts, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna smoke during the game, you know? I'm gonna be cheering, probably like, go there. Yeah, you guys know the drill. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into this one, y'all. Tom Segura with Buying Weed Used to Be Insane for Tom Segura. Right here on Eddie B TV, another new guy added to the list. Let's check him out. Go Mariners. All right. All right, let's get situated with this one here. Here we go.
But we as a nation, we have been traumatized by these horrific laws and people being imprisoned for having weed. And it highlights the absurdity of not only it having been illegal and so crazy for so many years, but also highlights how the next generation will not believe our stories about it at all.
Yeah, that's real.
There's a 0% chance they will understand what we're talking about. It'd be like trying to tell a kid now, like, hey, you know, pigeons used to deliver messages to people. They'd be like, the fuck are you saying right now?
What?
It'll be the same thing.
No way.
I'm gonna sit my son down one day and be like, you know, when I was your age, to get weed, I almost died.
Yeah. I don't know
how. Why? Was 7-Eleven on fire or something?
Get the fuck out of here.
They didn't sell it at 7-Eleven. Daddy used to get in cars with strangers.
Yep, that one too. That one too.
Where are we going? Chill out. All right.
Yeah, zip it. Act normal.
3-hour round trips to buy weed.
Yeah.
And if you're like, oh, what kind of weight were you moving? $20 worth of marijuana.
Just a dub sack, man.
That kind of major shit.
That's what it was, man.
I bought weed from a dude in a standalone trailer one time. Not a trailer park, a solo trailer. The most terrifying housing situation that exists.
Been there.
Like where other trailer people were like, get the fuck out of here. They kick him out. I just walk up to that shit, 15. And this dude's like, you trying to get a sack? I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, we could go do that. I was like, all right, cool. And he goes, we just need to go get it. I was like, you don't fucking have it?
Yeah.
Isn't that your sole responsibility? So I tried to play cool. I was like, all right, let's go get it. He goes, I'll go get it. You stay here and watch my place. And I was like,
I don't know about that one, nope.
okay.
Oh, he said.
And he goes, there's a 357 and a shotgun on my bed. Anybody comes in here, blast them.
Oh, yeah.
Inside, paralysis.
Yeah.
But what I said was, that's what's up. Like, yeah, man.
Oh, man. Tom, come on, man.
And then he stopped at the door and he goes, but don't shoot my mom. I go, can we get a description before we agree to terms?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
How about a height and weight on old mom?
I don't want to blast mama, man.
Not everybody agrees on weed. That's fine. I don't care. Like my parents, you know, we don't agree. They're not cool with weed. I don't care. They're old. I still love them.
That's real.
My dad's a Vietnam vet. You know, some of them are cool with weed. Some of them are not. Some of them don't want to talk about Vietnam. My dad does. Some vets are like, I don't want to talk about it. And my dad's like, what do you want to know?
Oh, snap. Tripping.
Here's what I wanted to know when I was a kid. It's terrible to ask a stranger this, but it was my own father. And, you know, I'd seen a lot of movies, so I'm like, you're in the war. Did you kill anybody? The first time I asked him that, he goes, no, I didn't. I go, all right, okay. A few years later, I asked him again, did you ever kill anybody? He goes, it wasn't like that. I was a lieutenant. I was in charge of people. It just didn't work like that. I said, okay.
Okay.
And a few years later, I asked him again. I go, did you ever kill anybody? And he goes, I threw grenades into bunkers.
I mean, that means yeah.
I go, were there people in there? He goes, there were. Yeah.
There were. He wasn't
Little
lying.
pieces by the time I got in there.
Oh, snap.
And then last year I go, did you ever kill anybody? And he goes, there's no better feeling than killing the enemy. Whoa.
Kill the enemy.
I can remember the first time we ever talked about weed because it was Christmas Day. That's why it stood out. I was 12 years old. I think my sister brought it up. She was like, I want to smoke weed. And
that's how she said it.
my dad goes, you want to know what I think of marijuana? And I was genuinely curious. I go, what, Dad? He goes, I was at a party one time, and somebody pulled out a marijuana cigarette, and I said, I'm out of here. And I was like, cool story, nerd. You got any other ones?
Exactly. Say no to
And he
drugs.
goes, well, yeah, one time I was in Vietnam, and some Viet Cong tried to sell my Marines marijuana. So I found him, and I picked him up by his throat, and I threw him on the ground, and I put my M16 in his face, and I said, if you ever come here again, I'll fucking kill you. And I go,
damn.
Do you have any stories in between those two stories? Jesus,
Yeah,
it's Christmas, bro.
Where's
God
the
damn.
happiness? Where is the happiness?
2 years after that, there was a woodpecker fucking up our house.
Oh.
This will all make sense. And
Okay. All right.
woodpeckers can really damage your house. I remember my dad paid a guy $500 to patch up that part of the house. A month later, the woodpecker returned. This time, my dad did not call the guy. He woke me up, his teenage son, on a Saturday morning. Picture you're dead asleep, and my dad whispering in your ear with his potent dad breath. He just whispers in my ear, dead asleep. He goes, I need you to shoot a bird.
Just like that?
I just go, I don't do that.
Yeah, no. Hell
He goes,
no.
figure it out. So I said, okay, Lieutenant. And I got
Give me a gun, I'm gonna
an
shoot
air
you.
rifle. I shot the woodpecker. I remember I shot it mid-peck, so it was going like, landed in front of me, so much bigger up close, really big, red feathers, distinct features. I was blown away. I bagged it up, I threw it away, and then I went over to my girlfriend's house. I started telling her family about it over lunch. I should mention, at the time, my girlfriend's family ran a wildlife conservation center. So
Really?
I didn't know my audience, but
Conveniently.
I heard a few forks drop, and I look up, and her dad goes, oh my God, you killed a long-billed woodpecker. That's an endangered species.
Uh-oh.
And I go, oh.
Yeah.
I said, my dad made me do it. And he goes, how does that make you feel, knowing that you did that? And I said, there's no better feeling than killing the enemy. It was fucking awesome. I loved it. Those birds are extinct now. I did that shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm crazy. So.
Oh, man, get it done. Okay. Damn. Yeah, man. That went a little bit away from, gosh, that went a little far away from buying weed, but hey, still a funny story. All right, man. That was Tom Segura, y'all, with buying weed used to be insane for Tom Segura. Yeah. Well, man, what to unpack with this one here? Well, I basically understood everything he was talking about with how buying weed used to be back in the day, man. I mean, I used to buy weed in all types of fashions that made absolutely no sense, but you did it because that's the only way you're gonna get it, from whoever's selling it, man. I think if I can remember, yes, I think the weirdest thing that I ever had to go through to buy any amount of weed, it was only a dub sack, but I remember I was at my house. I tried to get a hold of a bunch of people that I knew. They were unavailable. They were doing some stuff. But I wanted to smoke a little bit. Usually I smoke with my people, but this particular night, I didn't know nothing about it. So I was able to get a hold of my boy, C-Dab, the CEO, by the way. And I was like, hey, man, you know where I can get some or whatever? I was like, well, I know my dude, he got a little something. I'm like, well, can I get his number? Can I call him? He was like, well, whatever, you don't really know. But he ended up hooking me up with his number, and I got a hold of him. And when I went there, I had to wait outside for about a half hour, while this dude was having the biggest fight with 2 other dudes in the house and 3 females in the house. I don't know any of these people. I don't know even the story. The only thing that I knew was what I heard while I was outside just waiting. And I had to catch a bus over to where he lived because I was young, didn't have a car, you know what I mean? But yeah, he sell weed to a minor, man. I ain't gonna say nothing, I ain't snitching on nobody, I'm just telling y'all a story. But I heard a whole bunch of loud screaming and hollering, loud noises and bangs, fists flying, because you could see some little movements in like in the window or whatever. But I just waited there. And right when everything had cleared up finally, because I ended up waiting out for over half an hour. And then finally, some head popped out the door and just says, "Come here, man." And I'm like, huh? After what I just heard, I don't know if I want to go in there, but I still did, because like he said, with the gun and the shotty on there, blast somebody, he's just like, paralysis in here, but you just go, yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's what's up. So I just walked up like I tried to be as normal as I could, and all the people that were just in there duking it out and fighting and yelling and hollering were just sitting there like nothing even happened. Bruises and cuts and scrapes and all that, but everyone was just sitting there chilling like, oh, what's up, man? Yeah, what's up with you, man? It's like, what you trying to get? I'm like, I'm just trying to get a dub sack, man. You know what I mean? And he hooked me up with it, and then the half hour that I had to wait to get that, it only took about 30 seconds just to get everything all situated, and I was just on my way, had to catch another bus home, and that was the end of that. But I was just sitting there like, okay, that was some strange shit right there, man. I don't even know what the fight was about, and I don't even know because you don't want that kind of psycho energy around you, man. It's like, hold up, wait outside for a second, man. I'll get at you, and then all of a sudden, all that shit went down, and then I'm like, should I just turn around and go home? I just wanted some weed. Yeah, I still got my weed though, you know what I mean? Ended up, hitting a little something, man. Back then, I couldn't buy Swishers, you know what I mean? It wasn't old enough, so I had me a little tinfoil pipe that I made, and I just sat around somewhere near a park and just all that good stuff. Yeah, it was a fun time, right? Yeah. So that's just one example, man. But all my peoples growing up with me over the years, they had trippier stories. Me and my sister had crazy stories together. Me and C-Dab, the CEO, had trippy stories together. But all in all, man, it's just like when you think about like what he said in the beginning about how crazy it is that weed was even legal in the first place. And like, yeah, man, that's no denying that right there, man. I was happy when it finally became legalized. The only thing I wasn't happy about was that we were number 2 to get it done. The second state, Colorado, was first. I was like, damn. You figure a state with the nickname the Evergreen State would be the first one to get that done. But nope, we were number 2. Either way, it's all good, man. I could puff and just relax in peace. Like no troubles or nothing like that. Don't gotta worry about no cop with a gun in my face or his knee in my neck or something like that. But yeah, man, trippy circumstances right there. So I perfectly understand what he was talking about with how buying weed used to be, man. It was insane. And I got trippier stories than that. But, I just figured I'd tell like a lighter side, a lighter story, But yeah, trippy times. But other than that, man, you know what? He was talking about his dad being a Vietnam vet. Yeah, my grandfather, I grew up with him. He was a Vietnam vet. I tried asking him what it was like being in the Army. You know, he didn't really engage with it at all. You know, he was one of the guys that didn't like talking about it. And anytime I ever asked, you know, he always was nice, but it was always like in sort of a nice aggressive tone, like, now look, now don't talk about it, don't ask me no more. Like, all right, my bad. I'm sorry, Pops. I didn't mean to bring up any bad memories or nothing like that. I don't even know if he did anything really hardcore. He just didn't want to talk about it. So I didn't ask no more after a certain amount of time, maybe like 3 or 4 over the course of some years. But yeah, man, I've heard some guys tell some war stories, some guys that have been to war. And the way that they make it sound, some of them made it sound like, you know, like intense, like they were like excited about it, you know, and other guys were just talking about like, I don't know what to do, you know, just shaking, you know what I mean? Like, you hear different stories about it all the time, but it's nothing to screw around with. But yeah, man, that's what it was. Now me, my grandfather would never ever wake me up to kill anything, let alone a bird, you know, but just the fact, if anyone would have, I would have been like, you put a weapon in my hand, I'm gonna shoot you with that damn thing. So don't play with me, man. I don't like weapons, I don't like guns, you know what I mean? But that's just my whole thing. I don't care who does like guns. I don't want to hear anybody's hardcore stance on it or nothing like that trying to diss on me. But overall, man, I would not want to kill anything unless it was absolutely necessary. And even if it was necessary, by the time it was done, I'd probably still be fucked in the head afterwards. But yeah, man, overall, just to have that story to tell at your girlfriend's parents' house, conveniently, what he said, I don't remember, it was a wildlife something that his girlfriend's family was a part of or something, but either way, that would just be shitty circumstances just to walk right into that, knowing what you had just did. You know, you killed a woodpecker, that's what he said. Woodpeckers are awesome little birds, man. I see them around and I just let them do their thing. As long as you stay away from my house, then I don't gotta like shoot you with like a slingshot rock or something like that. I can handle a slingshot, just not a firearm. I just can't mess with that. But yeah, man, this was a funny ass clip, man. You know, it's such a great thing now that people can buy weed the way they do, no issues, no nothing. And I'm here in Washington State, so all I gotta do, no matter what dispensary I go to, I just go in there, show them my ID, pick out what I like, pay for it, and go. You know what I mean? And that's how I think it always should have been. But you know, things were a lot different at a different time in history. But it's a good thing that we got that going on. And as far as the other stuff is concerned, don't kill any birds, y'all, unless they trying to peck at your eyeballs like crows or something, man. Ugh, some trippy ass shit. All right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there. One more time, Tom Segura with buying weed used to be insane for Tom Segura. And if you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going, like I always say. So yeah, man, that was a good first clip to get to from Tom Segura. You know, I think over the several months of me doing this channel, I have had a couple of requests probably for some Tom Segura clips. I just don't remember because sometimes I don't get to all the comments. I just kind of like, you know, pick something out as I'm scrolling through things and just go, that's a cool suggestion. But yeah, man, if you guys got any clips from Tom Segura that you would like me to see, please leave them to me in the comments, man. There's a lot of Tom Segura I haven't seen before. And I just think he's a funny person overall. And just like I said, he has a little bit of an awkward presence on stage, man. But it's not bad, it's not trash or nothing like that. It's just different, still hilarious as hell. And then it turns out, I don't know if I mentioned this when I reacted to this particular person, Christina P. I did a reaction to her for a Women's Wednesday one time, and I found out at a certain time that those two were married. Christina P. and Tom Segura are married. And my clip that I got into with Christina P. was hella funny, and now I got Tom Segura on the list, and he's a hella funny dude too. So yeah, man, this is gonna be Eddie B TV signing off one more again here. First time getting to Tom Segura. He's a very funny dude, and just like him, a lot of people got trippy ass weed stories, man, and you know, and also stories about family that used to be in the military of any branch or whatever. But yeah, man, it's good. It was finally good to get to him, man, because sometimes a lot of stuff just leaves my head and I forget about it, and then something else might pop up. Just go, oh man, I gotta get to something from this person right here, man. It's completely slipped my mind. But yeah, man, very funny clip from him. And like I said, any suggestions, man, please leave them to me in the comments. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in one more time to this one, man. And I got my Mariners to watch a little bit later on this afternoon, man. And it's the beginning of a new year, man. And I remember starting off last year. I think I started off in May, so it was about a month into the season. And I don't know how often I talked about it, man, but hopefully I don't talk anyone's ears off, man, because I'm big on my Mariners, big on my Seahawks, and when we get the NBA back in this motherfucker, man, I'm gonna be big on the Sonics, man. They better be called the Sonics too. So yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in one more time, man. I had a lot of fun getting to this clip. It was hella funny. And until next reaction, love and appreciate y'all. Peace.